What's going on YouTube? Bandit here, back again with another Diablo 3 video. Today I've got a Witch Doctor build video for you. It's going to be the Ticklandian sacrifice build for the Witch Doctor. And I've only been messing around with this build for a couple days, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. Mostly because you get to sacrifice your zombie dogs here. And just look at this damage. Just over 2 million damage that we get from these zombie dogs. And they're going to be doing damage when they hit, when you sacrifice them, and a little bit of extended damage for about 5 seconds afterwards. So a lot of damage to be done here, a lot of fun to be had with this build. 2.1.2 drop today, not a lot of changes for the Witch Doctor, none that directly concern this build. So I'm just going to go ahead, go over the skiers, the skills, the gear, and talk about the Paragon, and then I'll show you a little bit of the build in action. So let's get right into it. As far as skills go, we've got the Plague of Toads with Brain of Toads, Horrify with Face of Death, Spirit Walk with Jaunt, Sacrifice with Provoke the Pack, Fetish Army with Legion of Daggers, Big Bad Voodoo with Slam Dance. Then for our passes, we've got Midnight Feast, Pierce the Veil, Grave Injustice, and Fetish Sycophants. So let's go ahead and talk about these. Normally with most Witch Doctor builds, we're going to be running the Ramp Toads here. It's the fastest ticking skill in the game. And we're going to be using this primarily to proc our Fetish Sycophants here, who have a 10% chance on hit when you attack, to spawn a dagger-wielding fetish to fight by your side for 60 seconds. And we can cap those out at 15. So just having this around is going to be able to get our fetishes up as fast as possible. It's definitely a good skill to have there. Horrify with Face of Death. Now, this is the skill that is going to directly relate to our Ticklandian mask here, which we will go over in just a minute. But with Face of Death here, it's going to spawn a mask that horrifies all enemies in 24 yards, causing them to tremor in fear and be immobilized for 3 seconds. Decent in itself, but with the mask it's going to get a lot better, and we'll talk about that just here in a moment. Spirit Walk with Jaunt, defensive ability, just to get you out of trouble. You can probably use, Healing Journey. A lot of people like to use that too, to gain a little bit of life after they use it. But I just like the extra second that you get from the Jaunt rune, and keep you out of danger a little bit longer. Let's go back here to Sacrifice, Provoke the Pack. This is a skill that we're going to be using in conjunction with our Homunculus Mojo over here, and we'll talk about that too in just a moment. Banish one of your zombie dogs. It's going to explode, doing 1090% damage to all enemies in 12 yards, and then you're going to gain 20% increased damage for 5 seconds after using after sacrificing your dogs. So we're going to be getting a lot of extra damage just from sacrificing our dogs here, and there's a couple of skills that is going to make that pop just a little bit more as well. Fetish Army with Legion of Daggers. I know Tiki Torches is good too, but I'm just keeping it primarily physical here, so I'm going to go with Legion of Daggers. Instead of 5 fetishes, you're going to get a total of 8. So that's good there. More damage to be done for you. Big Bad Voodoo with Slam Dance. This one is a favorite of mine, especially with another piece of gear that the Witch Doctor has, which we will be going over in just a little bit as well. But with Slam Dance here, all your friends, all your allies, all the people rolling in your party with you, they're going to get increased damage by 30% as long as you're standing in the area that the Big Bad Voodoo is cast in. So that's good, and 30% increased damage, I mean, that's nothing to laugh at. And if you can get this up on a consistent basis using our star metal here, the SMK, you'll see here that it's going to reduce the cooldown of Fetish Army and Big Bad Voodoo by 1 second each time your fetishes deal damage. Tough weapon to find. I know that there's a lot of people been looking for it. I know that they were also supposed to increase the drop rate of items such as this. So good luck finding yours, because it is an absolutely beastly dagger to have for your Witch Doctor. And you're going to be having your Fetish Army and your Big Bad Voodoo up almost constantly, pretty much constantly. There's been times I've been fighting elites and I've got 3, 4, maybe even 5 Big Bad Voodoos up. Big Bad Voodoos for everybody. and everybody's going to be getting that 30% increased damage there. Same with the Fetish Army. They only last for about 20 seconds, so it's nice to be able to get those active every couple of seconds as well. So those are those skills there. With our passives here, Midnight Feast, 1 additional zombie dog, which is going to help. We're going to have a total of 5 zombie dogs now with our sacrifice skill here. 5 zombie dogs to sacrifice, and an extra 20% increased damage from that extra zombie dog. And then the damage of your zombie dogs are also increased by 50% as well. Pierce the Veil, 20% damage increase. That's probably really all I need to say about that. That speaks for itself. Grave Injustice, gain 1% of your maximum life and mana and reduce the cooldown of all your skills by 1 second when an enemy dies within 20 yards. This is a good one that I use for a lot of the Witch Doctor builds too, especially because we're going to have to keep Horrify procced here, and because that's got a really good piece of gear that works well with that too. So we're going to want to use this to keep that procced, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. Fetish Sycophants we've already talked about. You get 15 of those using our Reign of Toads, Plague of Toads here to get those procced. Let's go talk about our gear. The Homunculus, a zombie dog is automatically summoned to your side every 5 seconds. So normally we're going to have 4, and then this one's going to give us an extra 1 kind of on deck. So we've got a total of 5 here, just like I showed you before, 5 zombie dogs. And you can also find this, you can roll between 4 and 6 seconds that the zombie dog is going to spawn. So I've got a 5, and on this one I've got Intelligence Life, Crit Hit Chance, and Fetish Army Damage. I rolled Crit Hit Chance on it just because it was kind of lacking compared to the other offhands that I was using. So I just thought that would be the best way to go, give me a little bit of that damage back. And then with the Ticlandian Visage, Horrify causes you to fear and root enemies around you for 8 seconds. So we're going to be getting a 24-yard radius where the enemies are just going to be stuck to the ground and not moving for 8 seconds. If we can get our Grave Injustice to proc enough, our Horrify will be active pretty much constantly, at least consistently, to where you get good benefit from it. And there's nothing like the enemy stand back, the enemies not being able to do anything about being stuck to the ground, and your pets are just going ham, you're going ham, all attention focused on the bad guy, and this mask is going to do it for you there. So those are the 3 items that are really going to make the Homunculus, the SMK, and this Ticlandian. These are really going to make this build work. They work great together. I think this is probably one of my favorite builds that I've tried for the Witch Doctor. So definitely be on the lookout for those. We'll talk about our other gear. I've got the 3-piece Oghilde set that I'm rocking here. It's not only going to reduce damage from ranged attackers, melee attackers, and elites, but it's also going to give you increased damage against elites. And we've got this rolled with intelligence, some life increase, and Fetish Army damage. Our shoulders here, we've got Int, Vit, Resist All. We've got some Fetish Army damage on there as well. And then our bracers here, we've got physical skills deal 20% more damage, intelligence, vitality, and crit chance for that. And then Kane's boots and Kane's pants. On the pants we're rocking intelligence, vitality. Increases Plague of Toads damage. That was the only one that looked good, so that's what I rolled on it. Get a little bit of damage from that. And for our boots here, intelligence, vitality, movement speed, and sacrifice damage by 15% as well. We'll go ahead and I'll talk about these Tasker and Theos. I love my Tasker and Theos. If you don't have a pair, you need to find one immediately. This is going to increase the attack speed of our pets by 47%. Can't beat that. More damage from the pets is always welcome to me. And then we'll talk about our jewelry too. We've got a Unity here that I'm using with my Scoundrel follower. Inside the Unity, I've got a Pain Enhancer. Crit hits cause the enemy to bleed for 1,980% weapon damage is physical over 3 seconds. And then at rank 25, you're going to gain a Blood Frenzy, granting you 3% increased attack speed for each bleeding enemy within 20 yards. We've got the Ring of Royal Grandeur here, which I guess you don't really need. With the Canes here, the only bonus extra that you're going to be getting with your Royal Ring is 50% better chance of finding magical items. We don't really care about that, we just care about our attack speed. for our Reign of Toads to get our Fetish Sycophants proc. So you could definitely go with another ring if you got a good Stone of Jordan, maybe with some poison damage or something in it. Definitely use that. But this is what we're going with for now. And it's going to increase the damage of our pets. Pet damage increase again by 24.6%, and they're also going to take 25% less damage. You see I've got the Halcyon's Ascent here. We've got Intelligence, Crit Damage, Crit Chance, and cooldown reduction, cooldown reduction on there. And I really like the special ability for this one. When you use Big Bad Voodoo, you mesmerize nearby enemies, causing them to jump uncontrollably for 8 seconds. So more crowd control there. You know, they're going to be rooted to the ground with Horrify. You're also going to have them dancing around all crazy like they're in the club with this amulet here. So really fun. I like the way it looks. I like the feel of it and everything. It's really cool. And then lastly, we've got our Hellcat Waistguard. I'm just using this for the increased attack speed. If you've got any other belts, Witching Hours, anything else that you feel would be better for this build, by all means use that. But I'm using this for that increased damage against elites, attack speed increase, and got some intelligence and vitality on there as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Paragon points. We're going to pop over here into Core. Now from my last video, I had a lot of people call me out saying, damn it, Bandit, you don't need to max out your mana. And I went ahead and I reconciled that. So we've got our movement speed adjusted accordingly. I've got a bunch of points here into my intelligence, a little bit into vitality. Offense, we've got crit hit chance, crit hit damage for that DPS boost, and then into our attack speed here. If your attack speed is severely lacking, you don't have any gear with attack speed on it, by all means put some points into there. But I'm pretty happy with my attack speed. I get those fetishes up pretty quick. So that's what I'm rolling with that. For our defense, I'm going resist all, armor, rest into life on hit, utility, life on hit, resource cost reduction. I guess area damage, gold find last. Let's go ahead then, we'll show you this build in action. And you can see the damage that it does. And I guess we'll go pay a visit to our build tester, the Butcher, and he will be the judge. Stick around, here we go. Alright, here we are. Halls of Agony. If I had a dime for every time I've killed the Butcher, I'd be rich. But here we go. We're going to start off horrifying. We're going to pop our guys out here. Pop our fetishes up. And we're going to try to proc our Fetish Sycophants, see if we can't get all 15 of them up there. Just bear with me, because I'm still pretty new with this build, but I still know what I'm doing. I'm going to root these guys to the ground here. Hopefully we'll be able to find the Butcher quickly. We're going to go ahead and throw all of our zombie dogs out here. Make sure we've got our fetishes up. That's one thing I miss about the Zunimasas, is knowing that the fetishes are always there. See that little nice explosion there? There we go. Just gotta remember after every fight to proc your fetish army. Oh, and Big Bad Voodoo too, can't forget that. I think we're getting in the groove now. A little bit of video lag there. There we go. Sacrifice these zombie dogs. Gotta get this damage done. Where are you guys going? Oh, that's right, nowhere. You guys doing okay over here? Horrify these guys up again. Here we go, look at that. And you also see here, you can see here, it'll tell you how many zombie dogs you've got up and how much time you have left for that damage increase. And if you throw those zombie dogs right in the middle of these guys, I mean, a lot of the times they'll just one hit them. It's real fun to watch them pop right down in the middle of all that. Go ahead and make quick work of this guy. See how quick that was? That was just a little one-on-one situation. And that's why these pets are really good against elites and Rift Guardians and things like that, because once they've got that one-on-one interaction, a little bit of tender love and care, I mean, they will just destroy everything very quickly. see if these guys give us any challenge. Hey, fetishes, over this way. This is who we're attacking now. You can see there, once the fetishes actually directed their attention, it was no problem at all. Man, all kinds of baddies for us here. Thank you so much. You just gotta remember to keep proccing everything every couple of seconds and you'll be good to go. Horrify, Big Bad Voodoo, Sacrifice. Horrify, Big Bad Voodoo, Sacrifice. We're about to have our Big Bad Voodoo up. Let's see how it goes. And we're gonna go ahead and horrify this guy right off the bat. Get our BBV up there. Come back here. Horrify him again. You can already see he's taking quite a bit of damage. And we're just gonna finish him off with our zombie dogs here. And that's that. I could have threw the zombie dogs down at him at the beginning there, but I'm happy with that. Died pretty quickly. Well, there you go, guys. That's it. That's the build. That is our Ticklandian Sacrifice build. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any other builds that you like to run with the Witch Doctor, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. I'm always looking to try new builds. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe. I will be putting out more videos since the new patch was released today. And I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. Till next time, as always, y'all stay beastin'. Peace.